Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Michelle,
Yeah.
loving the hair. What's up? Did you curl it?
This is actually my natural curl.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. I love it. I love it.
So
Thank you.
jealous. So jealous.
I know this is my natural curl.
That's what I am too.
It's funny that you say that, Tracy G, because I've always hated my hair. You know that old saying, you always want what you don't have?
Yeah.
And I would look at people like with your hair, that long, straight, flowing hair. And I have this kinky, crazy. If you saw me in a humid weather, if you ever watched the episode of Friends when Monica goes to Mexico and her hair is out to here, that is me. But I actually have been doing some soul searching. And
Michelle and soul searching. I can't even say it.
And pen to paper. And I think it was an aha moment after all of my summer through the cancer and the surgeries and the healing and how I felt about myself and my body. There's been a lot of going on up here. There's been a lot of spinning. And it's not only you're seeing the gray, but you and our viewers will be watching my hair outgrow. Because for the last 40 years, I have been coloring my hair. Because I am premature graying. So I was graying in my 20s.
Oh, okay.
So if I wanted to, in my 20s, I could have gone completely gray. It's hereditary in my family, I guess, on my mom's side. And why? Why did I want to color my hair? I think I've come full circle. It's a new season. That's it. It's my new season. So then I wrote down reasons of why do I color my hair. And that infamous vanity reason, I don't want to look old. Well, here's the thing. I'm not old. I'm not. I'm a number, and that is it. Because I have gray hair is not going to make me old. So we're going to embrace change. And we're going to embrace transition. So I make the decision. I change all of my hair appointments. And now I have a wedding in 2 months to go to.
There you go.
In the season of outgrowth. And no, I don't want to strip my hair of color because that will damage it. Because my hair is so coarse. So it will damage it. And so now I'm had deep breaths of how I'm going to get through this wedding.
How long do you think it's going to take for it to grow?
I have pretty fast growing hair, but I still think it's going to take 4 to 6 months. 4 to 6 months. And I am excited and scared.
Why are you scared?
Because I don't want to look old.
Oh,
so it is that mindset that I am going to have to continue to not have that vanity look when I look in the mirror of saying, oh, you have gray hair, now you're old. That old, the graying from the past, that graying, and now embracing your natural look.
There's a theory that because we try to prolong our look of aging, that we actually are creating that idea that aging and being old is not good, and that, you know, there's a bit of a silver, I don't know, there's lots of
Yep.
terms for it, where they're saying, you know, allow yourself to go gray, because show people aging is okay. You
Yes.
can have gray hair and
Yes.
still be, you know, a participant in
Yes.
society.
Yes.
So I think that's awesome. I think that's I'm still a bit on the vanity train.
And that's
I'm
fine.
getting there.
You know what? I think this is no different of a process than any of the other processes we have had conversations about in our past episodes. We've talked in the beginning in some of our first episodes about why we went into business. We've talked about what does retirement look like. We have talked about going into a whole new craft, whatever we're doing. We've talked about me, running. We've talked with Amber about Amber running. We've had Leanne on talking about women aging. And so I've been like, all of that has been like coming to a bubble, probably because when I was in recovery, I had time to lay there and think because I couldn't move too much. And I'm like, okay, if you have all of that belief, Michelle, for myself, why are you coloring your hair? Because you want to look young. Like, you're counterproductive. You're going against your belief. For myself, for me, anybody wants to color their hair, have at it. I can't tell you I will not show up again without colored hair. I've already had a conversation with my daughter-in-law because she's like, oh, I can see your hair gray with little like different colors at the end of it, like just being funky and doing what you wish with it. Who knows? I don't know. What's your thoughts on it, ladies?
I'm trying to figure out, like, do our looks determine whether we're authentic then? Like, we're exactly what you said. We've been talking over all these episodes, and we're really trying to get to our authentic self and displaying that in public and in private. And so is that part of it? Like, when you allow yourself to be exactly who you are inside and out.
Yes,
Something to think about.
it is. It is. And I think I want to actually end the episode here. And here's why. Because this is why I think this should be an ongoing part of episode on vanity and episode of the transition piece.
Sure.
Because there is going to be a transition. I already know there is. Because right now my hair looks perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And it looks fine because it was just colored last week. So I haven't started going through that skunk look yet. And all of that aspect. So but I did change all my hair appointments. So now I do have a trim like every 4 to 5 weeks so that it's going to have that transition. So I'm working on that transition in it's just not like I'm not caring for my hair. It's just going to be a transition piece. So I want to know, I'm going to ask for a poll. Tracy G, can we put a poll in our YouTube? No. Well, I'm going to ask you to put in the comments, do you believe in going gray, or do you think that's only for older people? Like, I want to know what your thoughts are, ladies or men. Let's get it from men too. What is your thought around gray and graying and going gray? And I'm going to be ended on this. My partner, he was always like, because I'll be honest, I've been talking about this for a couple of years. And he'd be like, so I finally came home and I'm like, I've made the decision. I am going gray. And he's like, yep, I can see that.
Is he gray?
Oh yeah, completely. Completely gray. So
Hello.
I know. So this is going to be ongoing.
Sure.
I think this will be ongoing. Yeah. We're not going to talk about it every time in our episodes, but I think we'll do an episode on it. Um, on it. And don't forget to subscribe. Do not forget to turn on those notifications. And I really want to know. I want to know your feelings, ladies and gentlemen, about going gray. And I want your feelings on when you see a woman with gray hair, do you automatically assume that they're old? What do you assume when you see that? Thanks, ladies.
Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you as a regular member of our community.